Good morning, my dear Wranglers, and welcome to yet another episode of... hey! Brittany!
Hi there, Mr.
Wait, okay. Look, okay. Brittany, hi. Can you just step back just a little bit? Look, I'm right in the middle. Step back just a little. Thank you. I'm right in the middle of recording a show right now. Is there something...
Ah, that's
would you...
Have you seen Slinky?
Brittany, I'm sorry. This just really isn't the best time. Did you check your toy bin?
My toy bin? Why would Slinky be in my toy bin?
Well, I don't know, because that's where you usually keep your toys?
Oh, Mister, you're bonkers. Slinky isn't my toy. Slinky is my pet snake.
Oh, okay. You lost your pet snake?
I didn't lose him. He escaped.
Seems like the same thing to me.
Can you let me know if you see him?
Fine, Brittany, I'll keep my eyes out and I'll check and see if I see Slinky the snake anywhere.
Okay. Me too. Yeah, I still can't find him. Hey! Hey! You can help too, friends! Shout it out if you see him, okay?
Okay. Let me tell you this, Brittany. There's going to be lots of shouting if I see your pet snake, okay? I don't like snakes. They scare me.
You are so weird.
Am I?
Okay, bye!
Okay. Well, this is a good start. Welcome to yet another episode of Galita Feed and Seed Goes Viral. It's me, Sheriff Andrew. Here we go. Galita Feed and Seed Game Day. That's right. Welcome to Galita Feed and Seed, where all the roosters practice social distancing, all the pigs wash their hooves, and all the cows dine in. That's right, folks. No matter who or what you are, your life has probably been affected by COVID-19. These are definitely strange times. But no matter who or what you are, you probably also really like to play games. And that's why today, on Galita Feed and Seed Goes Viral, we will be playing a series of games. What do you think about that, Palmentary? Dodgeball? I love dodgeball. Anyway, folks, today's special episode of Galita Feed and Seed is going to include some games. You got me, Palmentary. You got me. What you need to do right now is get a piece of paper and something to write with, or get a family member of yours who can write, and keep track of your answers during this episode. So I'm going to give you a chance to go get something to write with right now. So go ahead and pause the video and go for it. Ready? Pause. You going? You going? Okay. Great. Are you all set? Got something to keep track of your answers? Perfect. So the first game is already underway. Try and keep track of how many times you see Slinky the snake. The second game we're going to play right now is called Smiling or Not Smiling. Now you may have noticed that when we wear masks like these ones, sometimes it's a little hard to know if somebody is smiling or if somebody is making a pouty face. So we're going to show you 4 pictures of people you know wearing masks, and underneath their masks, they're either smiling or frowning. Try and guess what they're doing. Are you ready? Here we go. Picture number 1. Is she smiling or is she frowning? Picture number 2. Is she frowning or is she smiling? Picture number 3. Is he smiling or is he frowning? And picture number 4. Is she smiling or is she frowning? There you have it. Do you think you know? We'll come back at the end of the episode to find out if your answers are correct. Now for our next game, we have a very special guest from the hit show It's a Buckaroo Morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Tweedy.
Oh,
Hey!
Hi.
Oh, hi there!
Hi
Okay, Tom, so what game will we be...
there. Oh, who are you anyway?
Who am I? Well, what do you mean, who am I? You're kidding, right?
I'd really like to know who I'm working with.
Tom, we do a weekly show together. It's called a Buckaroo Morning every week. We get together, we do a show.
This is the day
Ring a
that the
bell? I'd love to see it sometime.
I'm speechless.
About time! Are we ready to play?
Sure, Tom. What are we gonna play?
Mr. Strange, today we will be playing Name That Movie. I'm gonna say a famous line from a famous movie. You folks at home have to try and guess what movie. Come back at the end of the show to see if you got it correct.
Okay, sounds great. Let's play it. Movie number 1.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I am Moana of Montanui.
Seems a little easy, but it's a warm-up, I guess. Warm-up. Okay, movie number 2.
All right. Ohana means family. And family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
Whoa, that's actually pretty deep. Okay. Movie number 3.
Just keep swimming.
Oh, I know that one. It's Cars 3, right? Oh, okay. Well, maybe you guys know. All right, movie number 4.
It's so fluffy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that one's hard. I was wondering if we were going to depart from Disney movies. And it looks like you just did it. Great. Okay, Tom. Movie number 5.
Ugh, it has a real face on it. Throw it back into the ocean before it causes a tsunami.
Oh, it has a real face on it. Throw it back into the ocean before it causes a tsunami. That's really hard.
Yeah?
Tom, do you have any advice about that one?
Listen closely.
Okay.
Ham! Ham!
Ham? Are you hungry?
Ooh, actually, I am. Time for my gummy worm breakfast.
Okay. But,
Bye-bye, folks.
well, thank you, Tom. Okay, well, there you have it, folks. There are 5 movies that Tom just mentioned. Let's see if you can figure out what all 5 movies are. Come back at the end of the episode to find out what the answer to that is. Now, friends, especially you parents and guardians out there, by this point you may be wondering if we're going to have any biblical content to our show this morning. Well, guess what? We are. And now for a review game is our wonderful, ever gadget-friendly, gadgeteer, Herb the Hairy. Hi, Herb.
Hi there, Sheriff.
So, Herb the Hairy, what is our review game going to look like?
Oh, it's pretty simple, really. We're going to play Object Lesson.
Ooh, that sounds really fun.
It sure is. Here's how it works. This series includes 6 stories from the life of Paul. I'm going to show you some of the objects in random order, and your goal is to see if you can guess the story the object represents. So for example, If I were to show you a blindfold,
I'd guess the story of the time when Paul was blind.
you'd be right. Are you ready?
We're ready. Object number 1.
A broken brick.
Got it. Object number 2.
A flashlight.
That's a good one. A bright light, huh? Object number 3.
A blindfold.
Ha! That's a freebie. Thank you, Mr. Herb. Object number 4.
This is Sven, my nephew.
Hi there! Ooh, that one's a little tricky.
He's a real hero.
I sure am! Easy. I think we got it.
Ooh, is that object number 5?
A boat.
Perfect.
Wait a second. Did you say 6 stories?
There are. But you haven't heard the 6th story yet. Although you already saw something that should tell you what our last story about Paul is about. Check back at the end of the episode to see what it was and to find out the answers to the other clues.
Well, thanks a lot, Mr. Herb. We'll check back at the end of the episode for the answers to those object lessons.
Hey, Mister!
Hey, Brittany, what are you doing in my office?
Looking for Slinky, of course.
He's not in my office.
Well, he could be. I'm gonna check everything in your office.
Brittany, I want you to just stop touching my stuff. Just get out of the...
Ooh, look at that.
Brittany, just get out. Oh.
What? Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Okay, I need to go stop Brittany from ransacking my office. So I'm gonna go. But while I do, we have a game that we're gonna play with the ever-pleasant Pippa Pepperton. Check it out, happening right now, while I go deal with Miss Plink.
Hello there, friends. Do you want to play a drawing game with me? Great! I love drawing, and I've started drawing 3 pictures, and I want you to guess what I'm trying to draw. I'll share my final drawings at the end of this episode. Are you ready to play? Great! Here's my first picture. Can you guess what I'm going to draw here? Here's my second picture. Can you guess what I'm going to draw here? And here's my third picture. Can you guess what I'm going to draw here? Well, stay tuned to the end of the episode for the final unveiling.
Good morning, my dear Wranglers. It's me, Sheriff Andrew. Welcome to yet another episode of Galita Feed and Seed Goes Viral. Galita Feed and Seed Goes Viral. I'm just kidding. My name is Tex-Mex. Sheriff Andrew is busy getting a stern talking to from Brittany Plink about all toilet paper he's been hiding in his desk. Oh, it's funny, but it's not funny. So I'm here to introduce our last Paul story. Well, it's been really amazing learning about Paul. What really impresses me is that no matter how bad things seem to get, for Paul, God keeps working things out for good. So let's hear our last story. Oh! And to see if you really are paying attention, see if you can figure out how many times Moo Cow shows up. Come back at the close to see the answer. Ta-da!
Today's story is about Paul. Paul was one of the first followers of Jesus. He was a missionary. That means he traveled to distant places and told other people about Jesus. He wrote many of the books in the Bible. Paul loved Jesus. But Paul wasn't always that way.
When Paul was younger, he studied the writings of Moses and the prophets in the Bible. He was a good student and tried to do the right thing. But Paul believed that people who followed Jesus were wrong. He thought they were working against God. So Paul tried to stop them from telling others about Jesus. Paul even had the followers of Jesus in Jerusalem arrested and put in jail for believing in Jesus. One time, Paul traveled to the far-off city of Damascus to arrest the followers of Jesus. But when he was near the city, suddenly a bright light shone out of the sky. Paul and the men with him were so surprised, and the light was so bright that they fell to the ground. Jesus talked to Paul that day, and Paul realized he was wrong. Now he knew that Jesus was God's Son. From that moment on, Paul was a changed man. He was a follower of Jesus. God told Paul that he wanted Paul to go to other cities and tell everyone about Jesus. So Paul went on several missionary trips. On one trip, Paul went to Jerusalem. When he was there, he visited the temple. Some men who did not like Paul saw him in the temple. They thought it was wrong for Paul to tell other people about Jesus. They told lies about Paul and accused him of doing bad things. Paul was put in jail, but he hadn't done anything wrong. Paul had to go to Caesar's court in Rome to stand trial. So Paul was taken to a ship that was sailing to Rome. While they were sailing, there was a big storm. The sky turned black as night, rain poured down in sheets, and lightning streaked across the sky. The storm was so bad that even the sailors were afraid. They were afraid that the ship would fill up with water and sink, so the sailors took the ship's cargo and threw it overboard to make the ship lighter. But Paul was not afraid. God spoke to Paul and told him that he was going to keep Paul and everyone on board the ship safe. God had a job for Paul. God wanted Paul to tell people in Rome about Jesus. The storm lasted 2 weeks. The ship ran aground on a sandbar when it was near an island. The waves crashed against the ship and broke it to pieces. Everyone on board jumped into the water. Some swam to shore, others floated on pieces of wood from the ship. Everyone on the ship made it to shore safely, just as God had said. It was still raining when they got to shore. Everyone was cold and wet. They built a fire to dry themselves off and get warm. Paul gathered firewood to add to the fire. In some of the wood he picked up, there was a poisonous snake. Do you see it there? There he is. Paul was putting wood on the fire when the snake bit him on the hand. The people who lived on the island knew that the snake was poisonous. They thought Paul was going to die. They all watched him to see what would happen. Paul shook off the snake and continued to gather firewood. God was protecting Paul, and the snake did not hurt him. When the people who lived on the island saw that the snake did not hurt Paul, they wanted to know why. Paul told them about Jesus, and the people of the island were amazed. They listened to everything Paul said. They wanted to know more about Jesus. When the weather was better, Paul was put on a new ship and continued his trip to Rome. When Paul reached Rome, he was not put in jail. He was still guarded by a soldier, but was allowed to rent an apartment to live in. Paul spent 2 years in Rome, waiting for his trial in front of Caesar. The whole time he was able to tell people in Rome about Jesus.
Well, that was... Hey, Tex, what are you doing?
Just filling in, boss. I'll see you later.
Okay. All right. That was weird. Well, my friends, that concludes our series studying the life of Paul. What amazing adventures Paul had. And there's a lesson to be learned in every single moment of Paul's life for sure. But there's one big lesson that I would like you to take home today. And that is that no matter how hard, how scary, how difficult things got for Paul, God loved Paul and God was with Paul. And God used Paul and his talents and his abilities to change the world, to make this world just a little bit more like the kingdom of heaven. And God can use you too, your abilities and your gifts, to make the world a little bit more like the kingdom of heaven. Even now, when we're going through things that are so difficult. Actually, especially now. The world needs you to reflect God's kingdom now more than ever. Okay, friends, in 1 second, we're going to go and take a look at all the answers to the games that we've been playing during this episode. But before we do that, I have one quick announcement for you. And that is in 2 weeks, which is June 7th, and if your parents aren't there with you right now, make sure and let them know. In 2 weeks, on June 7th, it is actually Promotion Sunday. And Promotion Sunday is when here in the kids area, we celebrate the end of your school year and we move you up a grade. Volunteers and rangers and even some of your parents and church staff are thinking about ways in which they can make that day extra special for you. This has been a weird and difficult year, but you did it. You did it. And that is something to be proud about, and that is something to celebrate. I'm proud of you, and I want to celebrate you, and there's lots of people who do as well. Okay? So June 7th, tell your parents. You're absolutely right, Pom and Terry. Promotion Sunday is going to be a howl a minute. Are we ready for some results? Here we go. The results for our smiling or not smiling game are as follows. First picture. Did you get it right? Second picture. How about that one? Third picture. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Fourth picture. I hope you got all 4 of those right. Now for the results from the movie quiz. The first movie, I Am Moana of Matanui, is in fact from the movie Moana.
Hero of Men.
What?
It's actually Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea, hero of men. I interrupted from the top. Hero of men. Go.
I am
Sorry.
The second movie, which was Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten, is from Lilo and Stitch.
What did you say?
Ohana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind
or forgotten.
Movie number 3, Just Keep Swimming, is from Finding Nemo.
Get you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you gotta do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim.
Dory, no singing.
Dory. I love to swim in.
Dory.
When you want to swim, you want
See,
to
I'm gonna get stuck now with that song. Now it's in my head.
Sorry.
And the answer to number 3, It's So Fluffy, is Despicable Me.
It's so fluffy! Yeah!
And movie number 5, ugh, it has a real face on it. Throw it back into the ocean before it causes a tsunami, is actually from my top number 1 favorite movie, Ponyo.
It has a real face on it. Oh, hurry up, put it back in the ocean. Don't you realize it'll cause a tsunami?
And Ponyo loves ham, so she's always saying, ham! Like that, but cuter.
I'm taking care of everyone, Dad! Ham!
Herb is going to give you the answers for his object lesson right here, right now.
Hello, I'm Herb the Hairy, and I'm back to tell you the answers to the object lesson clue game. Object 1 was the broken brick. So, of course, that was about the time when Paul was in jail and the walls broke apart. Object 2, a flashlight. That was when Paul was blinded by the bright light and Jesus appeared to him on the road. Object 3 is the blindfold. That was when Paul was blind and Ananias helped open his eyes. Object 4 is Sven, my nephew. My nephew, got it? Remember, Paul's nephew saved him from the 40 men that were trying to hurt him. Object 5 is a boat. And this reminds us when Paul was shipwrecked. And the bonus one was Slinky the Snake. That reminds us about the story we just heard today. There you have it. Those are all the answers. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you next time.
Here's Pippa with the results to her drawing game. Check it out.
Hello again. I'm done with my pictures. Let's see if your guesses were correct. Here's my first picture. And this is what I turned it into. A frightened bunny rabbit and a scary carrot monster. Oh! Here's my second picture. Did you guess what I turned it into? It's an adorable birthday cake and her tiny little cupcake baby. Why, hello there. And here's my third and final drawing. Can you guess what I turned that one into? It's a pirate treasure map. Arrgh, me matey. Well, thanks for playing. I hope you had fun. Ta-ta!
All right, folks. Well, that is it for today. Oh, whoa! Ah! Brittany! Brittany, I found Slinky. He's right here.
There you are, you Slinky. I'm so glad I found you. Oh, you.
Yeah, okay.
I thought I lost you forever.
Well, he's back.
Aw.
He's back.
Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sure they tried to tell you, Brittany. I'm sure they tried to tell you. Okay, well, hey, in case you've been counting, this is actually the 6th time that we've seen Slinky. Time number 6. Okay. Well, that's it. Okie dokie.
Yeah, don't you love him? He's so squishy and cute and cuddly and fuzzy but not fuzzy.
He's so something.
He's not fuzzy.
Okay, folks. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, don't forget, we'll see you. I forgot what I'm saying, Brittany.
Oh, love your parents.
Right.
Your hands.
Wait, before that, we'll see you on June 7th. And until then, love your parents, wash your hands, and call your grandma.
Yeah, and hug your Slinky if you got one.
If you got one. All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And in case you're counting, there were 14 cows. 14 cow Momo. Momo cow. Yay! Bye-bye.